Welcome to this video in our mammal series. Before we learn about a particular mammal, let's learn first about what makes a particular animal a mammal. Mammals belong to the class Mammalia. Mammals are vertebrate animals and are endothermic, meaning warm-blooded. They have hair on their bodies and produce milk to feed their young. Many mammals give birth to live young that are small and helpless. Producing milk to feed them allows them to develop more slowly and to spend more time with the adults as they grow up learning the skills they need to survive. Their endothermic quality allows them to regulate their own body temperature. This feature, along with having hair of various thicknesses for protection, have allowed mammals to live in almost every habitat on Earth. There are three classes or main types of mammals: monotremes, marsupials, and placental mammals. Monotremes. Monotremes are the most primitive mammals, and there are only 5 species: the platypus and 4 species of echidna. Monotremes have hair and produce milk, but they also lay eggs. The eggs are leathery, similar to reptile eggs, and hatch into tiny embryonic offspring. The young cling to the fur on the mother's belly and suck at her milk, which comes from pores in the skin instead of from a nipple. Marsupials. Marsupials also have tiny, undeveloped young, but they grow inside the mother's body instead of in an egg. When they are born, they climb up the mother's fur to a pouch on her belly and settle inside. They latch on to a nipple and nurse almost continually until they have grown enough to emerge from the pouch. Some well-known marsupials are koalas and kangaroos. Placental mammals. Placental mammals are the largest group, and their young develop inside the mother's body while attached to a placenta. The placenta is an organ that nourishes the young with nutrients and oxygen from the mother's blood, and it also allows them to grow and develop to a more advanced stage before being born. Some examples of placental mammals are cats, bears, monkeys, and humans. Size range. Taxonomists classify the more than 4,000 species of mammal into different groups, based on characteristics like their body structure, the number and type of bones, and the number and arrangement of teeth. The smallest mammal is the Kitti's hog-nosed bat, which only weighs 0.05 of an ounce, while the largest is the blue whale, which can be 100 feet long and weigh 150 tons. The largest land mammal is the male African elephant, which can reach 10.5 feet at the shoulder and weigh up to 15,000 pounds. In this video, we are going to look specifically at the agouti. The agouti belongs to the class Mammalia, a member of the order Rodentia, the family Dasparocidae, the genus Dasparocta. The agouti is a rodent from Central and South American rainforests that looks a bit like a really large guinea pig. Its coarse hair is covered with an oily and stinky substance that acts like a raincoat. The hair is longest on its rump. The agouti has 5 toes on its front feet and 3 on the hind feet. It walks on its toes, not flat-footed like many rodents, giving the agouti a dainty look. Although it is hard to see it, the agouti does have a tail. It is very small, looking like a dark jelly bean stuck on its rump. The agouti can live up to 17 years. They gestate their young for 3 months and average 1 to 4 offspring. They can grow to be up to 2 feet long and weigh almost 9 pounds. The word agouti is also used to describe hair on a rodent or other wildlife that has alternating bands of dark and light colors. Just like other rodents, agoutis have teeth that are designed to gnaw on very hard items, with 1 pair of sharp incisors in the front of the mouth. These are the teeth they use to chew through tough items like nutshells. The layers of enamel on their teeth are twisted in a way that makes them much stronger. This sturdy rodent is the only animal that can crack open the hard outer shell of a Brazil nut. The sharp incisors keep growing throughout their lifetime, ensuring that they always have nut-cracking tools at the ready. Agoutis use their molars to grind food items. Habitat and diet. Much of this rodent's time is spent searching for food or taking a dip in a pool of water. At rest, the agouti stays in a burrow or hollow tree trunk, safe from predators such as coatimundis, jaguars, and ocelots. Sharp hearing and a keen sense of smell can help the agouti prepare when a predator is near. It may freeze, make an alarm call, stamp its feet, or raise the long hairs on its rump to scare the enemy away. To make an escape, the agouti can run pretty quickly. More amazingly, this rodent can jump up to 6 feet straight up in the air from a standing position, spin around, land, and dash off in the opposite direction. Fallen fruit is the agouti's favorite food, with nuts being a close second. Its sensitive ears can even hear when the fruit hits the ground. The agouti often eats upright, holding its food with the front feet, just like a squirrel. When there's lots of food, an agouti buries the extra portions around its territory for future meals. That keen nose helps the agouti locate the food again in times of need. If the agouti buries a nut and never returns to eat it, the nut just might grow into a tree, making agoutis good rainforest gardeners. Family life. An agouti pair bonds with another agouti for life. After a 3-month gestation period, 1 to 4 precocial babies are born in a nest of leaves, roots, and hair, looking just like miniatures of mom and dad. They can run just an hour after being born, and usually stay with their parents until the next litter comes along. It can be hard to see in a dark rainforest habitat, so the agouti marks its territory with urine as a smelly way to tell other agoutis to keep out. Fun fact, agoutis are good swimmers, but they cannot dive. Conservation. Agoutis play a vital role in the survival of Brazil nut trees and the survival of people who depend on those trees in the remote areas of South America. Brazil nuts bring in millions of dollars each year. Remember, agoutis are the only animals that can open the thick husk to allow the seeds to sprout. If the agouti population declines, it could have an effect on a rainforest's health. The Coiban agouti, Dasparacta coibi, and the Ruatan Island agouti, Dasparacta ruatanica, are endangered because they are being hunted for food and are losing their habitat. And that's our look today at the agouti. If you enjoyed today's video, please press like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.